channel. Today we're going to be making a matcha together as promised. This is the set that I was talking about, the matcha set. It's from P&T. I think this is a German shop. So I don't know if they have this anywhere else in Europe. This one is the matcha starter kit. All-in-one set to get you started with authentic matcha green tea. There we go. This was 90 euros. Oh, so expensive. But if you've ever got a matcha, you know how expensive they are. You spend like 6 euros on matcha, iced matcha latte with oat milk. Or if you get like a more fancier one, let's say you get like an iced blueberry matcha or something, they sometimes 7 euros. So let's not even speak about the prices in England, because I got some matchas for £7 and that's like 8 euros. That's ridiculously expensive. When you see what's in here, I think 90 euros is quite reasonable, because let's say a matcha is 5 euros. It's like 45 matchas, but you got all the utensils as well, so that's crazy. By the way, I just got this top from weekday yesterday and I'm obsessed. Also, look at my hair. I woke up like this. I didn't do anything to my hair, I just brushed it. I got a haircut exactly a week ago. Of course, it's still styled, kind of, from when he did my hair. I haven't washed it or anything, and it still just looks so pretty even when I don't do anything to it. It just does its own thing. Okay, let's get going. How do I open this? I don't want to like rip it open. Peel this off. Wherever you go, there you are. Remember that. Oh, this is so cute. I really wish this was sponsored. That would be so sick. Look. Can you see? First we've got this, which is probably the matcha bowl. Then we have the matcha whisk. If you've seen my last video, then you would have heard me saying about the matcha whisk and how they kind of always look the same. So I feel like they all come from the same seller. I don't know. It's always like a little transparent box of like plastic box that always has these 3 symbols or letters. Then we have our little matcha sieve. Is that what you call that in English? Matcha strainer. I feel like I've learned a different word for this though. Matcha sieve. Or did I make up this word? Does the word sieve exist? And if yes, is that a sieve? If no, then did I just make that up? There we go. Then we've got our matcha spoon. Then we've got the matcha. This one is from Kagoshima in Japan, and it's got more of like a fruity, grassy and bittersweet notes. Only the 10 leaves of shaded tencha, rich in amino acids, are grounded by traditional stone mills to yield this authentic matcha. So this matcha is still really good matcha, but I don't think it's the best that you could ever get. This is not ceremonial grade. I did try it with just hot water when I tried it in the shop, because I don't have milk or anything, and it was drinkable like that as well. Some of the ceremonial grade matchas, they're best to drink just with hot water. You wouldn't really drink them with milk or oat milk or anything. But some of the other matchas that are maybe quality-wise not as good but still yummy, you would use them maybe to make desserts or for iced lattes. Those type of matchas are probably not as nice if you just have them on their own. Oh my god. They had 3 different ones. I went for this one because this one isn't specifically made to be had with milk, but you can have it with milk and it will be good, but you could also have it just by itself. And I feel like if matcha is really nice by itself, then why wouldn't it be nice with milk, you know? So this is the matcha. It's called Shinto matcha. And I think that's only it. This is how we matcha. Our matcha how-to. They already explained everything to me anyway, and I already knew before how to make matcha anyway, but we will still use this as a guide for today's video. So thank you P&T for sponsoring me. This is me manifesting it, you know, that they will sponsor me one day, and then I can always say this in all my videos. So today's sponsor of the video is P&T. Thank you guys so much. I'm very excited to show you the bowl. It's so cute. So I like the black wrapping paper. Feels like it's my birthday. I've had the matcha set just in that box, sitting in my hallway for a week now. I got this exactly after my haircut appointment. I walked out the hairdressers, my hair was just all bouncy. I literally felt like a supermodel. And then right next door is the P&T shop. So I went over to that, and then I was doing matcha tastings and stuff, and I was like, who do I actually think I am? This is the matcha bowl. It's so nice, isn't it? Everything worked out perfectly because this matcha bowl is part of this set, but they also have three other matcha bowls, and this one was the nicest. But you know, usually when places sell sets, they will take the least nicest one, the ugliest one, for part of the set, so they don't, so they don't lose too much, like their best stuff, I don't know. Maybe they thought this was the ugliest, but this is my favorite one. For a matcha bowl, it's important, you want to have almost like a 90-degree angle in the bowl. I don't think there's any bowls here that I can show you the difference. But basically, if this is the bottom of the bowl, you want the walls of the bowl to not be like a regular bowl like this. You want them to be more at this angle. Of course, a bowl cannot be like this. That's what makes a good matcha bowl. Also important for a matcha bowl, you want it to have like a decent size, because you want to have enough room to whisk your matcha in the bowl. Also the depth of the bowl, because I will just be whisking my matcha in here and then I'm probably gonna pour it into a different glass. But technically you'd be drinking the matcha out of this. If you have it with no milk, you just whisk the matcha at first, and then afterwards you pour in more and more hot water, and then you'll just drink it out of here. So this bowl is just perfect. I'm gonna just quickly give this a little rinse. Just love this so much. I've already boiled the kettle a few times, but I'm gonna just quickly boil it one more time. The water's boiled. Is this big enough? By the way, this actually isn't my apartment. We're subletting this place for exactly 3 months. We moved in like 1.5 weeks ago, so I don't really know where a lot of the stuff is. I'm just gonna grab just a glass and I'm just gonna pour a bit of hot water in here. Then I'm gonna grab the whisk and we want to place it in the hot/warm water just for a little bit. That doesn't do anything to the matcha. It doesn't make the taste stronger or nothing. It just protects the little bamboo bits. You can see it's like super fine. And you want to protect them, so that's why if you place it in here, it kind of just gets them softer and prepares them for all the whisking that we're going to do in just a second. You don't have to do that, it's just if you want to protect your matcha whisk and not have to buy a new one every 3 months or something. So just open this together, lift, ring, pull up and back. Oh my god, do you see the steam? This is just true. And I think I can't speak. Otherwise I'm gonna waste all the matcha. Shit. So while we're prepping the matcha whisk, I'm gonna grab our matcha strainer or matcha sieve and just place it over the bowl. Matcha bowls apparently are called chawan. I don't know if this is pronounced right. And then we have a little bamboo matcha, oh my god. We have a little bamboo matcha spoon. Now you can actually see, right? If you look in there, I'll come around. Can you see here? There's like all these little clumps. And if you've ever gotten a matcha out and about, and it was all like clumps in there when you were drinking it. Man, I need to stop. It's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be strained first. These clumps we want to get rid of. That's what the strainer is for. We're going to grab 2 of those spoons. 1 and 2. 2 scoops with this spoon is the equivalent to 1 teaspoon basically, and 2 grams. So you want to get about 2 grams for your matcha, and then I'm just gonna sieve. Oh, this is so satisfying. Now there's lots of clumps left. I'm gonna try and get these small as well. I would love to open my own little matcha cafe. I just love matcha, man. I feel like I could use a bit more. You know what? We'll just do a tiny bit more. I can't handle too much caffeine. Okay, now we'll just go for a tiny bit more. Okay. Because I feel like I didn't make these scoops as full as they could have been or should have been. We want to grab water, boiled water, between 60 and 80 degrees. This kettle, and also my kettle at home, is not one of them kettles where you can see the temperature. It will just be fine for now. But yeah, if you want to really get into matcha, if you brew the matcha between 60 and 80 degrees is perfect. If you go more towards like lower temperature, like 60 degrees, it brings out more of like the sweet. You won't believe what just happened. My iCloud storage is full, or my phone storage or something. So the video just stopped, I think like 10 minutes ago or something. I only realized because I came over to show everyone the matcha. Can you see it? That's the only reason I came over. And then I saw that happened. What I was telling you guys is that matcha should be brewed between 60 and 80 degrees. And if you go more like lower degrees, like 60, 65, brings out more of the sweeter notes of the matcha. And it's less frothy, which is perfect for me because I don't actually like froth. I like it to be very flat, you know. With coffee, with hot chocolate, with anything, I like the drink to be quite flat. If you go higher degrees, more like 75, 80, it brings out more of the bitter, like stronger flavors, and it's a lot more frothy. One day I will definitely get a kettle for myself where you can select how hot or warm or whatever you want the water to be. It's actually funny because some of my friends, they have kettles like that, and they told me like a year ago, and I was like, that's so fancy and so crazy and so extra. Why would someone do that? And now I totally see why someone would, because I'm obsessed with matcha now. We're gonna be using Oatly Barista Edition oat milk. I'm just so used to using this one because any job I've worked, they've always had this milk. But generally, I think I'd get a different Oatly one. I'm gonna try to make lots of different matcha drinks. Apparently one is really good as well if you have it with coconut water and then just like a tiny sort of coconut milk or oat milk. That's meant to be amazing, so I really want to try that. Just so you can see everything a bit better, I'm gonna use this glass for now. This glass is so small. I went to the shop this morning to get a bigger glass because we don't have one in this house. I bought a watermelon and really fancy honey and all sorts of stuff. And I bought everything but the one thing I even went to the shop for. Grab a couple ice cubes. Oh my god. Then I'm gonna grab some agave syrup. I bought this specifically for matcha. And also for yogurt. I love having yogurt with fruits with agave syrup. Finally, I'm just gonna pour a tiny bit in here. Maybe just a bit more. And I'm gonna use the matcha whisk. I don't think this is good for your matcha whisk. I'm telling you kids, I don't think it's good for your matcha whisk to have it touch syrups and stuff. I don't know why, I just have a feeling. I'm gonna give this a quick rinse. I'm gonna pour some oat milk in here. And then I'm gonna pour my matcha on top. You know what? I'm gonna pour a bit of milk in here and just swirl that around to make sure that I'm getting all of the matcha and nothing is getting wasted. Because it's too expensive to be wasting any other shit. Ta-da! Cheers, everyone. The video was an absolute fail. I tried to record a million times and it was cutting out so much of the content. So right now Louis is filming from his phone because my phone just gave up. But now at least you can see my outfit of the day. So anything that you missed out on, any of the facts that I said about matcha or anything about the preparation that isn't in the video now, I'm going to be doing lots more videos about matcha. Thank you so much for watching, much love, and stay tuned for the next one.